The confirmed number of new coronavirus cases in Los Angeles County comes to 457, with 4 additional deaths in the last 24 hours. Here in Torrance, 4 additional cases have been reported, with no additional deaths confirmed. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Leslie Robbins. It's Monday, July 5th. The Delta variant is now the dominant coronavirus strain in California. New data from the California Department of Public Health shows it now accounts for 35.6% of all COVID cases. That's a huge jump from just 5.6% of all analyzed cases in May. Here in LA County, public health officials say we are still in a much better place compared to this time last year. Our county averaged 2,000 new daily cases on July 4th of 2020, with 1,900 people hospitalized with COVID-19. This year, we're averaging 500 new daily cases and less than 300 COVID-related daily hospitalizations. Public health officials say progress was made possible because of the 3 very effective vaccines and more than 5 million fully vaccinated residents. They urge the remaining 4 million unvaccinated residents to reconsider getting the shots, as Delta variant cases have tripled over the past week, posing a significant threat to this population. County officials also remind Angelenos that the best protection from Delta and other variants comes from being fully vaccinated. Those with only 1 vaccine dose are not as well protected and still face a good chance of getting the virus and infecting others. Incentives are still being offered through Thursday, July 8th for those who need that extra nudge. Qualifying LA residents can get vaccinated for a chance to win tickets and passes to Descanso Gardens, Huntington Botanical Gardens, LA County Arboretum, and South Coast Botanic Garden. For details on prizes and qualifying vaccination locations, go to vaccinatelacounty.com. President Joe Biden gave another plea for Americans to get vaccinated during an Independence Day event at the White House.
COVID-19 has not been vanquished. We all know powerful variants have emerged, like the Delta variant. But the best defense against these variants is to get vaccinated. My fellow Americans, it's the most patriotic thing you can do. So please.
His administration fell short of its goal to vaccinate 70% of Americans by the 4th of July. It came close, though, at 67%. Biden spoke at his first large-scale event since the inauguration. He hosted a 4th of July barbecue at the White House on Sunday, inviting hundreds of guests, including military families and essential workers, to enjoy hamburgers and other dishes. The special event featured live music from a military band playing popular songs. The 4 presidential mascots from the Washington Nationals, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, and Theodore Roosevelt, they ran a race around the South Lawn, with Roosevelt winning. And the evening wrapped up with President Biden, his wife, Dr. Jill Biden, and their guests enjoying a beautiful fireworks display. Biden told Americans that we've lived through some of our darkest days over the past year, and he truly believed we are about to see our brightest future. Fireworks lit up the skies across Southern California, some of them illegal, despite fire officials' warnings. This is what you could see from a North Torrance neighborhood overlooking Gardena around 10:30 last night. Countless explosions and loud booms kept residents awake for hours. CAL FIRE tweeted this reminder ahead of the holiday weekend letting everyone know that fireworks are dangerous and in areas where safe and sane ones are allowed. Officials recommended those planning to set off the explosives to be aware of their surroundings, read the instructions, and exercise caution. Last year, there were 39 fires in LA County related to fireworks, an increase from just 3 fires the previous year. The National Weather Service retweeted Cal Fire's warning, adding that very dry vegetation with hot, dry conditions inland means brush fires will start easily if fireworks are used in or near open space. So far this year, firefighters responded to more than 4,000 wildfires that burned a total of more than 32,000 acres in California. A new brush fire erupted Sunday afternoon near the I-5 freeway in Gorman on the way to Bakersfield. The dubbed tumbleweed fire quickly scorched 1,000 acres and was 10% contained at last check. The city of Torrance held its official fireworks show last night to help residents safely celebrate America's 245th birthday. It took place at the Civic Center. A limited number of people were able to watch from designated viewing locations at the Toyota Sports Complex and across the street at the county courthouse parking lot. Fireworks of any kind besides these were and still are illegal here in the city of Torrance. City workers thank residents for following the rules and ensuring that everyone has a safe holiday weekend. Vice President Kamala Harris paid a surprise visit to firefighters in Brentwood on 4th of July. She was with her husband, Douglas M. Hoff, as she thanked the first responders for their service. Representative Ted Lieu from Torrance joined Harris with his wife. LA Fire Department Station 19 is near Harris's California home in Brentwood. She dropped by around 11 a.m. with a box of cookies from a female-owned small business in Hollywood called Delicious Cookies and Milk. Her visit only lasted a few minutes, and during that time, she talked to the firefighters about the current drought conditions and the wildfires, saying this fire season is going to be worse than last year. She continued to praise the local heroes, saying, quote, "The courage you show is extraordinary. You save lives, and you do it so selflessly." She added that on the 4th of July, it's important to remember the nature of who we are. Harris arrived in LA on Friday for her second visit here in 2 weeks. This is her 5th visit here since becoming vice president. The remaining portion of the partially collapsed Surfside condo was demolished Sunday night. Demolition of Champlain Towers South took place just after 10:30 p.m. Florida time. Neighbors were asked to stay indoors during this process to stay protected from dust and other particles. Search efforts were paused on Saturday afternoon so engineers could secure the site and prepare for the demolition. Officials said this was crucial to allow authorities to continue to look for survivors safely. Search and rescue efforts resumed once the area had been deemed secure following the demolition, and 3 more bodies were recovered, bringing the death toll to 27. 118 people are still missing. Officials have been busy planning this demolition ahead of Tropical Storm Elsa's arrival in South Florida. On Sunday, its pre-arrival brought heavy rain and sustained winds of 60 miles an hour. Officials hope the demolition will have eliminated a potentially dangerous threat to workers and possibly help with search efforts by opening up an estimated third of the remaining pile. Today is one of the busiest travel days during the 4th of July holiday weekend. Close to 48 million people are flying or driving out of town during this time. making it the biggest travel weekend since the beginning of the pandemic and the second highest July 4th travel volume on record after 2019. Travel officials say more than 6.2 million people were screened at U.S. airports since Thursday. Almost 2.2 million people passed through on Friday alone. Thursday and Friday's numbers surpass those from 2019, and many more people are expected to fly home today. LAX is one of the airports expected to be the busiest. In anticipation, airport officials announced a 25% off deal for online food and beverage purchases made all day today and all the way through the 7th. They also tweeted that the COVID-19 vaccine clinics at LAX will be closed today due to the holiday and will reopen on Tuesday. Tyson Foods is recalling almost 8.5 million pounds of ready-to-eat chicken products over possible listeria contamination. The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service announced that the frozen, fully cooked chicken items were produced between December 26th of last year and April 13th of this year. They were shipped nationwide to a variety of locations, including hospitals, nursing facilities, restaurants, and schools. The FSIS launched an investigation with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention after being notified of 2 people who fell ill with listeriosis back in early June. Listeriosis is a serious infection that primarily affects older adults, people with weakened immune systems, pregnant women, and their newborns. It can cause convulsions, fevers, headaches, muscle aches, loss of balance, and a stiff neck. The infection can be treated with antibiotics, and those in the higher risk categories who experience flu-like symptoms within 2 months after eating the contaminated food should see a doctor. The CDC says about 1,600 people get listeriosis each year, and about 260 people die from it. For details on the recall, including a full list of all recalled items, you can go to TysonFoods.com. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos is stepping down as the company's CEO. He is transitioning into his executive chair position so he can spend more time on his other ventures, including the Washington Post and space company Blue Origin. Bezos will hand over the chief executive title to Andy Jassy, who he has mentored for a long time. This ends Bezos' more than 2-decade run of leading Amazon, which started as a humble online bookseller and became a $1.75 trillion global retail, logistics, and internet business. It also helped catapult Bezos into becoming the richest man in the world. Bezos is still Amazon's largest individual shareholder and plans to stay involved with the company, although not on day-to-day matters. Anaheim Angel Shohei Otani is celebrating a very happy birthday today. The 27-year-old made history Sunday by becoming the first baseball player selected as an all-star as both a position player and a pitcher. After making 2 home runs on Tuesday night against the Yankees and 2 more against the Orioles in Friday's series opener, Otani hit a solo home run that went a projected 459 feet in the 3rd inning of Sunday's winning game over the Orioles at Angel Stadium. Angels manager Joe Maddon praised his performances, calling him a pleasure to watch. The Angels wished their fan favorite a happy birthday in both English and Japanese this morning. To help celebrate his big day, the first 14,000 fans at the Angels game tonight will receive an Otani pillow. His popularity is at an all-time high. Fans voted him in as the starting designated hitter for the All-Star game in Denver. He was also selected by the players as one of 5 starting pitchers on the American League roster for the July 13th game. Otani is also set to take part in the Home Run Derby a day before on July 12th. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. The Torrance Police Department shared an example of proactive policing at its best. A few days ago, they conducted a search warrant operation stemming from recent arrests of 20 suspects who were involved in catalytic converter thefts. Officers identified a location in LA where suspects were taking the stolen parts. They worked with Gardena police and recovered 87 catalytic converters from there and arrested an additional suspect during the process. They thank the Torrance community for staying vigilant and ask everyone to continue reporting suspicious activities when they see it by calling 310-328-3456. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that is our update for COVID-19 today. We'll see you back here tomorrow as Rhiannon Trutanich brings you the latest. Please be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.